Yeah.
Listen, my daughter's been crying for over an hour now. I don't know if she's just missing her mother, but could you take a look at her, please?
I'm not a pediatrician.
But Marina's doctor is not here, and we just want to make sure this isn't an emergency. That's your specialty.
All right, no,
isn't it?
I'll call someone immediately.
Frank?
Lillian, listen, she's been crying.
We just want to make sure that...
You call yourself a doctor? Frank. How's Marina?
She's fine. It's just a little irritation from the bandages. They're going to give her something to make her feel better, so...
Good. What's the matter? Why are you so upset?
Eleni's missing.
Missing?
Yeah, listen, I got to get to the police station. I'm sorry. Thanks for your help, though.
Wait,
okay?
Frank. Blake, come with me. I want to straighten a few things out. First of all, I do not appreciate being embarrassed in public, let alone where I work. Now, in case this is news to you, which I doubt that it is, considering that your mother always has her nose in my business, but in case she didn't fill you in on the little details, I am not allowed near a patient. Do you understand that? Not an old, a young, an ill, or a well one. Unless I'm willing to face a lawsuit or a suspension of my medical license, then it's fine. But I suppose you can guess why that is. In case you don't know, I don't intend to elucidate. So as far as I'm concerned, it's absolutely none of your business.
Well, thank you for straightening that out for me. You know, if all this doctor this and doctor that that's going on between you and Ed Bauer is for my benefit, you can drop it.
Blake, you have never worked in a hospital before. Things can get pretty intense when you're dealing with people's lives, so the staff tends to behave in a very professional manner. It benefits everyone, and from here on in, why don't you call me Dr. Guthrie?
Oh, I get it. You may not be respectable, but you want to look respectable? Well, I'm surprised at Ed.
Surprised about what?
Is there a problem?
No, everything is fine, Doctor. I was just straightening out some of Blake's duties.
So, even if your creditors sue, they can't touch Lewis Oil's assets. It's just under a different financial umbrella.
Well, isn't that going to discourage them from suing in the first place?
Yeah, if they find out they can't get at Lewis Oil's assets, yeah, that's going to discourage them.
Well, those people are going to want their money back, and by golly, they're entitled to it. But how are they going to get it?
With promissory notes. You issue them at competitive interest rates, and you pay it back when the next big construction job pays off.
Well, you make this sound like it could really work, Ross.
It could.
Well, I think that's a sensible way to end this crisis. Sure would like to be able to snag you back as general counsel for Lewis.
He won't take it. He never would. He never takes your bribes.
Anyway, Lewis Oil has enough lawyers to sink a large ship. I just like to butt in every once in a while, Billy.
Well, I'm going to have this out of this by next week. I promise, Billy.
Miss Lindsay here to see y'all.
Hi, Holly.
All of you. I half expect to see my picture on the dartboard after this story we ran about Hayward. But I've come to tell you something that's come to light that I think you all should know of. This investor, Dylan, may not be running with the angels, but we have reason to believe he was set up, as was I.
What? Who would do that?
Why, none other than my esteemed ex-husband, Roger Thorpe. And I think you know why, Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought Hart's farm and left him with nothing. Now Roger wants to make sure I have nothing, right?
Well, how did the meeting go with Peter's mother?
Not well at all. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she's drawing up plans right now to get the baby back. I don't think I'm going to sleep until November 26th has come and gone and the adoption's final.
Yeah, I told you the law was weighted towards her side. Now, listen, I could begin a legal challenge based on the mother's unsuitability if you want.
No, I can't do that.
I think Ross would rather try a direct approach first, and if that doesn't work out, then I'm open to any option.
Bye.
Counselor, let's be on our way. I've got to chase a rat down a hole.
See you later.
Yeah. Hey, Ross. Thanks. You know, when things start to look really grim, you always come riding to the rescue.
Look, I'm on a mission to reverse the regrettable trend of lawyer jokes around. Take care.
Bye. Did Eve squeal on me already?
No. But I'd have to be some kind of an idiot, wouldn't I, to have missed the tension between the two of you. You know, I don't know if Eve told you anything, but I asked her to give you this job as a favor to me. I hope I don't regret it.
No, I guess you have enough to regret as it is.
Do you want to tell me what you mean by that?
Well, for one thing, if you don't already regret ditching my mom, you will.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never made any promises to Holly. She wasn't mine to ditch.
Well, at least she's never been forbidden contact with the general public to ensure safety.
Oh, Blake, come on.
Ed, I used to think that you were too good for my mom, but tell me the truth. Is she really so inferior to Eve Guthrie, who you won't let touch a patient, but who can touch you any old place?
I don't compare women like used cars, all right?
You said you cut my mother off because she slept with my father and then lied about it.
No, that's
Do you want to
not
explain
what I
to me
said,
the
as a
difference
matter of
between
fact.
that and what
I
you
said-
yourself did to...
Probably be better if you just came out and said it, wouldn't it?
No, how's my little honey's first day on the job going? I'll come back later.
No, I have to make some coffee.
Come in, just a second.
Was Blake's typing skills not up to snuff?
Blake has a serious problem with me, and I was wondering if you know anything about it.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Has to do with Lillian Raines. She told you, didn't she?
Blake told me about you and Lillian, but I don't believe she's told Holly.
She's so angry at me.
Disillusioned, I think. She's very accustomed to thinking of you as some kind of superhero, and for her, this didn't quite fit.
No, I guess it didn't quite fit. You know, it's hard for me to imagine what you must think of me at this point. It's almost a relief for me to know that you know the truth.
Ed, I'm sorry. It must have made this so much more difficult when Maureen died.
I don't want your sympathy, Ross. I want you to yell at me. I want you to take a punch. I want you to do something real like that.
At you for not confiding in me. Why didn't you tell me? Did you think you had to do this alone?
I don't know what I thought. I mean, what I did was so obviously indefensible, and maybe there's something, it was just, you know, my kind of penance to carry it around all by myself.
When Blake told me about this, I felt nothing but sympathy for you and the burden that you were carrying around. I know that you love Maureen. I know that. But I think I really could have helped you through some of the darker days.
You could. I'm sorry I didn't ask.
This is quite different from how I reacted when Blake committed the same offense, which tells you something about my sexist code of ethics, doesn't it? I'm very non-judgmental when the sins are at arm's length and it's impersonal, but woe be to him who hurts me. See, Blake betrayed me with Alan Michael. You betrayed me with silence. And I always do that. I always turn it around so it's poor Ross, more sinned against than sinning. Poor Ross. But I think you and Blake deserve a little better than that from me. And I always believe that love should be able to forgive the things in life that really hurt. The fact of the matter is, I love you and Blake very much.